to me, it's a funny one because it doesn't look so bad, but the average first inning score is only 140.
Yeah, looks like a good batting pitch. So, the average score of 140, 150. So we have to score 160 plus, then defend the score.
It's going so well. You ran over the Aussies. 10 series on the trot. Your side, have you tinkered with it at all since the Aussie series?
No, we don't think about the Aussie series because Aussie series is gone. So we're focusing about this series. So hopefully we will do well as a team.
And any changes, any injuries?
Yeah, no injuries. And, the same playing 11. Usman Shanwari was out and Shaheen Shah is back for the last match.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Kano, they're going to bat first. Would you have done that?
Yeah, we would have had a bat. It's a used surface, I believe, but at the same time, look, we've seen some of the previous scores in these games here at Abu Dhabi, and they are of that scrappy nature, whether you bat or bowl first. So it's important we try and do the job first up with the ball.
Haven't played for a while. The group back together and feeling good about things here?
Yeah, it's great to get back together in an international tour again. It's been, I think, 7 months or so. So it's nice to have the guys back together in the group, and they're looking forward to today.
And who for you is missing out tonight?
Rance, Ferguson and Chapman miss out tonight. And
you, how are you feeling?
Yeah, good, thanks. You?
And what about, you're not going to open? You're going to tell us, you're going to open any little secrets? You're opening the batting tonight?
No, I'm batting 3 tonight. Yeah, we're going in with 2 spinners, 2 seamers, and a fairly regular-looking batting lineup from our previous T20s, which were a long time ago.
Good to see you. Go well.
Cheers.
Rightio, news from out in the centre is it's, well, the coin toss has gone the way for Sarfraz on the home side, and they are going to have a bit of a bat first. An exciting prospect because New Zealand haven't played for a good 7 or so months international cricket, and they have struggled in this format in recent times, whereas the hosts, Pakistan, 10 series on the trot. Waka Yunus alongside. They'll be feeling fairly confident as ever in T20, sir.
I am Danny, and good evening to the viewers. Good evening, Danny. Welcome to Abu Dhabi. Babar Azam, who's been in sublime form, he's been batting superbly in the last series. We have seen is up there at number 1, Babar Azam, in the ranking. Good strike rate, and his partner Sabzada Farhan was batted quite nicely in the last game. Very young, only 22 years of age, coming through the ranks. He's played PSL last time around, batted really well in that. They got picked because of the performance in the PSL, and it's been good going for Pakistan in the recent series.
Time for the debutant, Najaz Patel, 30 years young, so he's going to get things underway. Here we go in Abu Dhabi. A little nervous start for Patel on debut, and his first one disappears for 4. Pakistan up and running.
Well, Patel's got to learn quickly because the man he's bowling to is in great form. Babar Azam, he's not going to let go of these sort of deliveries. A real loosener, way too short for the likings. Babar Azam had enough time to sort of watch the gap and hit it through.
Of course, Waka, you've been here for quite some time, Asia Cup, and then, of course, the Aussies. And we've all had a look out in the middle of this 22 yards. We've all mentioned about the average first inning score. He's only around that 139, 140-ish. Thoughts on this one? You've got to look. Got to get what?
Well, Pakistan have played on this pitch the last time they were here, so this is used pitch. This might be a little bit on a slower side. So Pakistan knows how to bat on these sort of pitches, and it's good to win the toss also, because in the last series against Australia, Pakistan winning most of the tosses, and they batted first, and they batted quite nicely. They know if they get 150 or plus on this surface, although you see a lot of cracks on this pitch. This is a used pitch, so it's going to get slower and lower. So they probably feel that if they get something 150, they have a better chance of winning this game. Big outfield, going to be a lot of twos. You have to really run hard on this ground. End of the first is 5 without loss.
Completion of the first ball was score of Pakistan, 5 runs for the no loss. And yet coming for the second over of this innings here. Pakistan versus New Zealand. And once again, a warm welcome to all the Kiwis as well as the Pakistans. Let's make some noise once again for everybody!
Shaheen Shah Afridi, the only change to this lineup for Pakistan from the last game against Australia. New Zealand just been enlightened. Never played a T20 here in Abu Dhabi before, so new territory for them. And stats gurus sitting at home in their favourite lounger will appreciate that. 5 series, it's 2 apiece and 1 drawn in terms of head-to-head in this format. Time for Mr. Experienced, one of the go-to guns for the Black Caps, Tim Southee now. No slip-in. And there's a little bit of movement off the seam with a loosener.
Well, I'm a little surprised with Tim Southee not having a slip. He swings the ball quite nicely. He takes the ball away from the right-hander. And you want to take Babar Azam's wicket early. He's the key man. So for that, I think you've got to give yourself a chance. Put a slip in. Take a bit of risk. He's got fine leg inside the circle. And he's pushed square leg back on the boundary. And he's got third man back on the boundary, of course.
Not swinging at the moment. Those first 2 deliveries from Southee. So maybe they know something we don't, Wak.
I think that last delivery swung a little bit, but I think that it was a little bit straighter. It was trying to swing it from the middle leg line. Yeah, a good seam position. There you go. And Babar Azam knows that early on, all he needs to do is just show the full face of the bat. Hit it straight. Don't really need to go across.
And Bazir Khan at his pitch report alongside him, he said, yeah, you want to bowl straight. You have to be at the stumps. Hitting ideally in between sort of middle and off. Asking batters to hit straight, set your field accordingly, but ask questions early on.
Well, if you're going to bowl nice and straight, it's very important to have mid-off, mid-on a lot straighter. And even the cover fielders a little bit in front, in the face of the batsman.
Oh, is it carried? I think it has. Adam Milne diving forward. Not much celebration. He just wants to check it. Oh, is he not 100% sure? It looked good.
Yeah, it looked very good. I thought he just carried it nicely, but if he's not sure, then there is definite doubt in there. Because the batsman even thought that he's going to go. He's turned around. He didn't really look at the fielder. So the umpire's going upstairs. The soft signal is crucial. He thinks that is out. He thinks it's carried. No issues there with the no ball. Well behind the line, Tim Southee.
Now the business end. Milne. No, there you are. So what do you think? Fingers underneath or what do you reckon, Wak?
Well, it's a tough one for the third umpires, but I feel the fingers are underneath. I have a feeling that it has carried. As you see the finger going right underneath the ball. Is he going to give that out or not? That's very difficult to say. But for me, I feel that the fingers might be underneath. The ball has touched the ground. It's a big one. It's a difficult one for the third umpire.
Rashid Riaz is the third ump. looking at this. Well, some signal was out, but we're getting a bit of greenery here, much to the delight of the hometown fans. So, and not out, going in the favour of Farhan.
Well, the third umpire took a brave punt because that was very, very close. The on-field umpires felt that it did carry.
Changes of pace we know are so crucial in this fabulous format, and already signs of it there from Southey.
Well, the cross seam, that delivery, he was trying to hit it over the top. He was looking to go straighter. The bat sort of twisted in his hand, and even Millen wasn't really sure that he did carry or not. But it was a good effort, good try.
I love a real-time replay. Looked out, just did on a real-time replay. We've had 2 overs here. It is 8 without loss.
In the real time, it just went very, very quickly. It looked out. You can really say that it did carry, but even Milne wasn't sure.
Early exchanges, just a dozen deliveries gone in this first T20 International. Black Caps on tour up against Pakistan here in the UAE. Well, could have been one down for Farhan. He's adjudged not out from upstairs. TMO said no. Here's Adam Milne. Oh, good bit of zip, because when Milne is fit and fizzing, he's up over 150 clicks.
And that's what's been missing in Australian series. They needed someone to sort of hit those 150 clicks. Always impressed with this fast bowler, Adam Milne. Got a wonderful action, very smooth run up. The energy goes really well through the action.
Big Nick, first one now. Huge as well, because it's Babar Azam. Gonski.
Well, the extra bounce did him. The delivery before just nipped back, and this was a little bit wider, a little bit quicker, and bounce, bit more bounce. I was trying to hit it too hard, and the man in form gone. That's a massive wicket for the New Zealanders. Good start from the New Zealanders. Pakistan 8 for 1, and Babar Azam in form, gone for 7.
Oh, a little tweak in the batting order. Here's Asif Ali in at first drop. Babar Azam in and out, misses out. And I've been told that it is the first score under 10 for 11 innings for Babar Azam. Waqar Younis. Interesting with this change in the order.
Yeah, Babar Azam has been outstanding form. It's just the first time he just faltered, was trying to hit it too hard. Sometimes when you're in good form, you feel that you can hit every delivery. And that's what I think he was feeling. He was feeling good about himself and try to hit it hard. Good carry to the keeper.
Yeah, Tim Seifert, like those. Nice comfortable height off the quick.
Asif Ali coming to bat at number 3 for the first time for Pakistan at number 3. That's clear edge. It was a big edge. Ball actually flew to the wicket keeper. When you have a pace like that, that's always advantage.
Oh, interesting.
I'm really surprised with Asif Ali coming at number 3. Why do you need to send someone who is already struggling with his form, a man in form, Mohammad Hafiz? He looked really good throughout this last series, and sending someone, yes, I can guess that he's been sent up, that they want him to get runs, but in a situation like this where you're already under pressure, you don't want to send your batsman who's not in form. Idea is to win the game.
Gonna hustle through and pinch one. It ends the third. A good one for Milne and the Kiwis. It's 10 for 1 now. Well, not a massive crowd in here in Abu Dhabi, but certainly a bit of noise, bit of vibe. Wednesday evening. And now we've got Patel swapping ends. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's another one! First wicket, he's on debut, and Patel, look at that smile from the left armour.
Oh, what a time for Patel picking up his first wicket. Sahibzada Afran was looking to hit more toward mid-wicket and found the field. There's only one man on the onside, which was on the boundary. Hit it straight in his hand. Colin Munro is the man. He's a wonderful fielder. He's not going to miss out. Happy time for New Zealand. Picking up their second wicket in the fourth over. Sahibzada gone for 1. It's 10 for 2 Pakistan.
Here's the professor. He's come in at 4 instead of 3. So Mohammad Hafiz, who normally is in at first drop, so gone to 4. Pakistan winning the toss, batting. Needs something from Hafiz here tonight. Settle things after a couple of wickets early. Inside the power play, there's that wonderful stat going around. If you lose 3 in the power play, you tend to struggle in T20 cricket across the finishing line. And Patel on debut, what a great feeling.
Yeah, Pakistan cannot afford to lose another wicket in the power play. They have to be a little careful, a little watchful.
Oh, Jazzy, lovely Jazzy!
He's bowling well. Apart from the first delivery ball, which went for 4, is that nervousness that is gone. He's feeling good about himself. He's picked up a wicket.
Oh, Jazzy!
Yeah, that was nice too, wasn't it? A little bit more flight, a little slower through the air. Thinking.
Well, the New Zealanders can afford it. can afford to take a little bit more risk. Ask Hafiz to hit out. Just try to go for the boundary.
Oh, yes, yes. Don't mind that, lad. Don't mind seeing that little Jesse.
Yeah, the New Zealanders are, they can see the spring in their feet. The energy level is very different to what we've seen in the last week or so against Australia. It's a different ball game against New Zealand. They come prepared. They know what they're going to get.
Catch it.
Oh, up and over. Took a risk. Did Hafiz. But he is underway with a boundary.
Yeah, that's what I meant when I say why Asif Ali at number 3. The man in a wonderful form, Mohammad Hafiz, should have come at number 3. Look at the use of the feet. He's been outstanding when it comes to coming down to the pitch and getting to the pitch of the ball.
Oh.
Yeah, nice comeback from Patel. So very good over. Wicket and 4. It's 14 for 2.
We are completing the fourth over. 14 for 2 against Pakistan. And yet the start of New Zealand, the Kiwis.
He's looking to spin that from middle leg. He hit it quite nicely, but he picked the man straight in the bucket.
Adam Milne again. Oh, hello. And goodbye. There's a swivel pull and note.
Yeah, he was ready for that. It seemed that Asif Ali was waiting for that delivery. He was so quick at it. Way too short. You need to really pitch it up. Yes, you picked up a wicket, but you need to hit the drive. You need to bowl straighter. Asif Ali deep in the crease, looking for that delivery. That's not a bad start for a young man.
More wrist work and thinking about rotation, going about boundaries, but still rotating that strike, so important. Keep the scoreboard ticking and not getting bogged down with too many dot deliveries in T20.
He likes to go deep. Asif Ali, he goes very deep in his crease. Watch that, both feet almost inside the crease. When he hit that ball, gives himself a little bit extra time.
Time for the old boy, Hafiz. Oh, that is quick and a little skiddy. Oh, nice.
The pace is always handy, and especially with Milne just bringing the ball in to the right-hander, it is hard to get away. It's hard to sort of, unless or until you're prepared to pull him, he's not going to give you anything outside the off stump to sort of cut. He cramps the batsman for a room.
Oh, that sounded sweet, and is, and it's 4 more.
Well, as I said, that he doesn't give much room. He bowled that delivery, which he probably never wanted to bowl. Outside the off stump, room for Hafiz to put it away. Yeah, too much room. He gave Hafiz to free his arms. With the new ball, you get it in the middle of the bat, it's going to travel quickly. Beautiful sound.
Yeah, and great to watch. Lovely replay. Bit of glove love early for these two. Milne not at his quickest. There's a change of pace. Yeah, he's had a lot of injuries over his career, Adam Milne. Some back issues and niggly shoulders and groins. Just goes with the turf, really, being an out-and-out express pace bowler. So in those early 140s here, and just building up, get back in the groove for the Black Caps, an opportunity to get back and play. National colours for Milne. Last one of the 5th. And he's going to keep the strike, is Hafiz. We've had 5, 24 for 2 now.
A good start for New Zealand, 24 for 2, with a couple of dangerous players. Tim Southey back. Followed your advice so far, Buzzard. I heard you at the pitch report, must bowl straight. The only couple of deliveries that have been width have been put away, everything else has been on the money. Evening to you.
Yeah, very much so. The way to go on a slow, low wicket where the ball doesn't really come on is to bowl that stump to some. We saw that in all the games at Abu Dhabi. We saw that in Asia Cup as well. Afghanistan, when they bowled second, Rashid Khan was extremely difficult to get away because he bowled so straight.
Advancing, tucking him up again, so no run.
Interesting move by Pakistan, sending Asif Ali at that one drop spot. Around the circuit, talk is that he's very good against pace, and he's not so good when he comes into bat against spin. He's a great striker, but he needs that pace on the ball at that start of the innings. Maybe just give him that run where he can start against the faster men.
And it's about the only opportunity you get with the ball coming onto the bat reasonably well with the brand new ball. First 4-5 overs, it's going to skid onto the bat a little bit better, so he's a great striker. I've seen evidence of that. And if he's allowed to start against the pace and maybe work his way through to 10, 15, 20 before the spinners come into it too much, he's got his iron, perhaps will be to his benefit, to Pakistan's benefit.
But then you've got to juggle Hafiz, who's batted so well at number 3. He's come into number 4, so bit of a dilemma.
Clever, very clever indeed, all the way as well. There's 6 of the innings.
First 6 of the game, and Hafiz, he's been in fantastic form against Australia. This time just going down, little paddle sweep, times it so well, goes all the way.
Also, I think just trying to make the most of the last over before the fielding restrictions are off. Tim Southey with a long on and a deep square leg. Be in action now.
And not very often that you see this size of an outfield. It's quite a big ground. T20 ground, you normally see smaller grounds and bigger hitting. Hafiz has been really dynamic. He batted really well. Those scores, although it's just 39-40, but it's on pitches where you're just getting 150. So those are significant contributions.
Yeah, absolutely played well, didn't he? Leader, senior player in this side. I agree with you about the ground as well. Sick of these tin pot grounds where you half hit the ball and it goes for 6. This is a proper cricket. This is a man's cricket ground, this one. Slow ball, can't get it away. So the end of the power play, the fielding restrictions done. Pakistan 31 for 2. Started with a chance for Adam Milne, did well, just couldn't quite get those fingers underneath it early on. Then he came into bowl, picked up the wicket. First one, Ajaz Patel on debut. That one straight down the throat of Colin Munro. And a couple of boundaries, a nice pull shot, and one through the offside as well. That first 6 of the innings from the bat of Hafiz. 31 for 2 after 6. So Colin de Grandhomme into the attack. The fine leg, forward square leg on the boundary, long on, long off, and a cover point. So again, signals straight, maybe in at that middle and leg stump.
In a different way, it's almost going to suit Colin de Grandhomme here, because it's not a lot of pace in the pitch, so he has to just bowl stump to stump and bowl straight. So, say for instance, New Zealand, when the ball's doing a little, you could have those medium paces in. Right here, because there's no pace, it's been difficult for him. The batsmen find it difficult to get him away. It's not so much the seam movement, it's just the lack of pace.
And that's why those fielders become vitally important out on that leg side. 3 men patrolling the boundary. Glenn Phillips, normally a wicket keeper.
And because Danny Morrison is here, we always go back to that 1992 Kiwi bowling attack with that lack of pace. Danny Morrison also lack of pace there, but otherwise.
The other side this time for Phillips, can't get there. Another boundary.
Yeah, just too short. And Hafiz waited nicely on this. Again, not a lot of pace off the pitch, but it's almost like a little tennis ball bounce. Just comes on, and he's made sure that he's waited enough so that he can behind square and get the boundary.
Better from de Grandhomme. Little partnership just starting to build quite nicely now. From a Pakistan point of view, we've talked about scores at this ground, and not high. Anything above 150, very, very competitive. Little misfield from the skipper, but it'll only cost 1. 39 for 2 after 7.
To the loss of 2 wickets, Pakistan. Listening time, the Queen's there. What are you doing? Hey, the Queen, make some noise! Everybody! Let's hear up for New Zealand! Wow! And once again for Pakistanis, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Woo!
First sign of Ish Sodhi. Right arm leg spin. He's so good in this format for New Zealand in the last 2.5, 3 years. Good economy, regular wicket taker.
As with any series, you look at matchups, and the obvious matchup for Ish Sodhi is Shadab Khan. T20 series, it'll start with the T20 series. I think people will be looking at who outperforms the other, and Ish Sodhi, obviously, leg spinners have a great part in T20 cricket, and if he can get the ball rolling here, just get Kiwis off to a great start.
Oh, pad, I think, pad. One review available, yeah. Yeah, you can't appeal like that and then not take the review. Thought it was pad early.
Yeah, just a thigh pad. Made sure that he didn't give it a wide. That was the appeal all about.
Credit to the umpire. Very good decision. Bat was there or thereabouts, quite close, and there was a good sound. Well done, sir.
Yeah, the ultra edge just confirming that was a good decision. Again, the length for the spinners has to be so good here. It's just, you can almost afford to be back over the length rather than fuller on a slow wicket where the ball isn't going to bounce that much. So stump to stump and just back of a length. We'll see Maad was seen with the new ball, and he'll do exactly that.
Oh, lovely, Ish. Brilliant, Ish.
That's a tidy start from Ish Sodhi, just the 4 runs from his first over. 43 for 2. About this here, Buzzard Khan, is the fact that so many people thought that T20 would be the death of spinners, be the end of them, couldn't play the game. Look at that, look at the rankings. Leg spinner, leg spinner, leg spinner, leg spinner, leg spinner. Left arm orthodox, leg spinner, leg spinner. 7'6", 150 Ks, and then a little left arm spinner at the end.
Yeah, get Billy out of there, she's ruining it.
Colin Munro, a little bit of right arm off break, a little bit of Scott Styrus about Munro's bowling. You think of old, oh, just gone past the outside edge. That was quicker than Scotty ever bowled.
Yeah, just zipped off the surface, and surprised I didn't bowl him. Cross seam, and it's outside edge. Oh, big outside edge.
Tim Seifert with the gloves on tonight. Option of Glenn Phillips or Tim Seifert. Very healthy, thick edge. Oh, that's lovely. Good timing. No chance for Adam Milne. And another boundary that hurts even more now.
again, the secret of that shot from Hafiz was the time he waited for the ball to arrive. It was a slow one, but he's waited till so late that he's been able to back cut it to the fence. Fantastic batting.
Straight, no finger on that though.
He's again timing the ball so well. He's a bit unlucky that it hit the stumps because there's definitely two down the ground.
Not too much indication of the surface being slow as yet. It's come onto the bat reasonably well. Usually the second innings that it becomes tougher, isn't it?
The question I ask you is, Munro bowling like Scotty Starr, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
If you ask Scotty Starr, it'd be a great thing. Just a few slower balls here and there, seam up one now and then, take some pace off, bowl wicket to wicket, 50 comes up for Pakistan. And New Zealand seamers, that's the length today from Milne, Southey, now de Grandhomme and Munro. Oh, huge. Just swing through the line. Yes, please. That has gone all the way back into the stand. That'll be about 85 metres at least. Ends the ninth, 56 for 2.
Stable base, and he hits it a long way. Beautiful swing of the bat. He's got immense power. And that's what he's known for. Big hitting, 87 meters.
One for 8, 2 for 10. Pakistan have recovered very well. 46 this partnership now from 35 deliveries. Kane Williamson going again to Ishodi. Tidy first over for him. Just the 4 runs from it.
Asif Ali does like pace on the ball, and in the PSL, his strike rate against pace was 170 as compared to 108 against spin. So obviously, bigger striker when it has pace on the ball.
That's all he's got to do then. I mean, Hafiz bats so well against spin. He's just got to find a way to pick up ones and just be patient. I think you've seen enough of him, Buzzard, to know that he sometimes throws it away looking for something that is not there.
But this will help him because he's not batted at number 3 very often, so he's got a few overs so just to bide his time a little.
Oh, well bowled. Yeah, could prove to be a masterstroke from Sarfraz, maybe Mickey Arthur. They've talked about it, obviously. Give him an opportunity. Hold that one again, please.
$60 for 2. He's up to 50 partnership as well. The base is set for Pakistan.
Good pockets of spectators have turned up. Just little clumps of people around the ground. Nice big ground, holds plenty. Decent for a Wednesday night. Short, pulled away, into the gap. No, brilliant. Phillips, that is outstanding from Glenn Phillips.
Stunning, absolutely stunning. Once he struck that, it was always looking that it was four. Full length dive, easy as you like. Absolutely brilliant.
Wow, from the wicketkeeper as well.
Oh, no, Reece, here we go.
Just stuck in that left hand. Saved his team 3.
Oh.
61 for 2 at the halfway stage.
Very good partnership of 51 of 41 balls. Hafiz once again batting beautifully, and Asif getting promotion and hasn't disappointed the think tank. Run rate is 6.10. Ijaz Patel won his debut cap from Ish Sodhi. I think there should be a commentator's mic also, isn't it? James Franklin, your first stint as a commentator, well done, welcome.
Thank you, Ramiz. It's lovely to be here. Yeah, there was a little bit of a presentation before the play here from my fellow commentators, handing over a microphone, so looking forward to tonight and the rest of the series.
Fantastic. How are you feeling? Confident?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just excited to get this opportunity to come and watch New Zealand. It's been a long time since I've watched them live. I'm based in London these days, so I'm really excited to watch this series. Obviously, Pakistan have been outstanding recently against Australia, but I think New Zealand are going to pose some different questions to Pakistan, which I'm excited to watch.
It's well bowled, just flighted it up a bit more and wider trajectory. This is what you expect from New Zealand. They'll be different to Australia. Very energetic in the field, very athletic, different plans. Kane Williamson is an extraordinary skipper. Very good skipper. It was in the slot and gone. 6 is so good against spin. He's running away with the show here. Hafiz into the 40s.
Yeah, wonderful shot from Mohammad Hafiz. He looks in superb form. Ijaz Patel just flighting the ball a little bit, and Hafiz using his feet beautifully. Strikes it magnificently down the ground over long off for a glorious 6. That's not a small boundary, that's a great hit.
An 80-meter hit. Down the pitch once again, this time using his wrists. Lovely to watch against spinners. Hafiz so much in control.
Yeah, and again they're just showing great batsmanship by rotating the strike, but that was a wonderful shot. Getting to the pitch of the ball and hitting through the line of it. Magnificent.
Oh, Jesse, lovely.
After 11, it's 2 down for 72.
Yet the completing of 11 overs, coming to do runs and lost 2 wickets. Pakistan.
Well, you hear and see the players often get a cap when they make a debut in international cricket, playing for their country. Well, we've got a debutant alongside, James Franklin, who hails from Wellington but lives in London. And congratulations, it's your debut here in the commentary box internationally. Well done, Jimmy.
Cheers, Danny. Thank you. I'm good to go. Looking forward to it.
Pretty cool, yeah. You dwarfed Denny for sure.
Yeah, I was just looking at that myself. I was towering over him. Looking at that shiny dome of his. Adam Milne back into the attack, replacing Ish Sodhi. Got the first breakthrough for New Zealand. He started well. He's been out of the game for a little bit with injury. So I'm sure he'll be looking forward to not only the rest of this evening, his next couple of overs of bowling, but also the rest of this series as well.
His pace is up. Pakistan would want a bit of pace onto the bat at this stage. Good partnership. 62 of 47. Two set batsmen out there. Bowls a slower ball. I think at this stage you're looking to vary the pace. The variations will be the backbone to New Zealand's success in the last part of the innings.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see a slight field adjustment now. He started with fine leg up in the circle, which probably meant that he was going to bowl a side ball. He's now changed that. Deep mid-wicket now comes into the ring to orthodox mid-wicket, and fine leg drops back to the boundary. So this will probably be an on-pace ball.
That's an edge and 4. Can't do nothing wrong, Hafiz. His captain likes it on 45.
Yeah, Adam Milne running in hard. Pitches the ball in short, up around shoulder height for Mohammad Hafiz. But again, he just uses the pace of the ball, guides it beautifully to a fine third man, and gets a boundary for his work. It's going to be big for New Zealand to get back into this game by trying to get Hafiz particularly out and try and break this partnership. They were looking good at having Pakistan 10 for 2, but this is a great partnership now for Pakistan.
Knows the call. His partner wasn't ready for this quick single. Hafiz is complaining. Well, they clearly were down and out in the power play session, and this is a great recovery. Normally, when you have 2 wickets down in the first 2 or 3 overs, you know that you've cut down at least on 15 to 20 runs in the total of the side. But this has been a very, very fine recovery and a partnership. Oh, magnificent! Really is stupendous catch at point. Tim Southee with a blinder.
Well, we were just talking about the importance of New Zealand trying to get a breakthrough, break this partnership up. And Adam Milne again providing the breakthrough. Mohammad Hafiz looking a magnificent touch, easing his way to 40, 45. But a superb effort from Tim Southee. We're just seeing that the umpires are deliberating over maybe whether the ball came out of Southee's hands. I'm not too sure. Looks pretty good to me. Wonderful catch from Tim Southee. He's been known over the years to take superb catches. Great pair of hands. Mohammad Hafiz goes for 45 off 36 balls. Pakistan now 77 for 3.
Pakistan experimenting just a little bit with the batting order. We saw Asif Ali come in at number 3. Now it's Sarfraz who's up the batting order. Very, very good at rotation of strike. There he goes. Straight away off the mark. But you've got to love this catch at point. Very athletic. Hafiz just couldn't get it through that fielder. Short and wide. The shot was on. But have a look at this fantastic athleticism from Tim Southee. Anticipated it beautifully. full length dive, two-handed catch. Wonderful effort.
Yeah, he certainly is an athlete, Tim Southey. Between himself and Trent Bolt, who's not here for this section of the tour, two fast bowlers. They're magnificent athletes and take tremendous catches.
Never arrive. Very good slow ball to end the over. It's 78 for 3.
Well, we're seeing here the projected scores of where Pakistan might get to. They're currently 78 for 3. They'll need to go at 8 to get around about the par total needed here at Abu Dhabi. They got 150, 155 last time they played here against Australia about a week ago. Still on target to get there, but it's going to take a little bit of batting.
Finds the fielder, Sarfraz. Not a big hitter of the ball, but is extremely busy. The crease. Granholm will take the pace off the ball. He'll look to bowl straight line.
Yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity here for Kane Williamson just to get through another couple of overs from de Grunholm and Munro. Now that they've broken that partnership, they've got that big wicket up of Hafiz. Ramiz, I'm really interested to know though, where's Shoaib Malik? For me, he would have been the logical replacement for Hafiz.
Well, he was off. Gone to India for his child's birth, and so he's back, so would have been just a little bit groggy. He took a flight back, I think, this morning.
So he's had a great 24 hours then.
Exciting. It's good bowling, keeping it tight on that middle and leg stump line.
Yeah, excellent from Colin de Grunholm. You enjoy bowling on this sort of surface, being able to bowl his variations, slower balls.
Gets there through the infield, get runs, fast outfield, 4 runs. Beautifully placed.
Yeah, just a tad of width there from Colin de Grunholm. Just a little bit wide of off stump. And Sarfraz has been able to use the pace there between point and short third man. Guides it beautifully for 4 runs.
After 13 overs, 85 for 3 Pakistan. He had covered the stump, so the logical way to bowl was to bowl on that off stump line, and then he walked away from the line and cut it.
You always hate that as a medium pacer. I can sort of feel Colin de Grunholm's pain a little bit. The field that he had, having third man and point on the ring, cover, and short fine leg, they're the ones on the ring. It's always that tricky area, that point, third man. You want to make them as narrow as you can because you know that anything that gets through them is 4 runs. It's always a frustration for a medium pacer when you have that field set, but take nothing away from Sarfraz Ahmed. Lovely bit of timing and placement, getting his reward.
Average first innings here, 139.
On, boys, here we are, lads.
Well, that's the average score, not the winning score. Oh, you got to be at your best when you bowl to Sarfraz if you're a spinner, because he'll keep on doing that. Improvised beautifully. Just good common sense cricket. Just walked inside the line of that ball and swept it.
Yeah, the ball just drifting a little bit down towards middle and leg stump. Sarfraz Ahmed, wonderful player of spin, particularly the sweep shot, and just guides it on its way. Beats short fine leg for 4 runs. And then following it up beautifully with a great sense of batsmanship there, just dropping it into the gap between cover and point for one run.
Yeah, they were very good with this aspect, Pakistan, against Australia. Not only fours and big shots, but looking after the rotation of strike, dropping the ball down for a run.
And that, for me, is the most important aspect for batsmen on these sort of surfaces, making sure you don't get stuck. You don't soak up 2, 3, 4 maybe balls in a row with not scoring. You have to keep rotating the strike.
Looking for an inside-out drive over cover, makes room. Almost got his wish. It was flatter one. Good ball by Ijaz, just flattening the length and the trajectory.
And we're seeing from Sarfraz, he's moving around the crease, not letting the bowlers settle laterally, outside leg stump, covering his off stump.
Yeah, good bowling, couple of dots. That means the run rate has dropped down just slightly. It's 6.58 now. Not been a bad spell of bowling at all on debut. 26 runs and a wicket, 11 dots included. He wants to only be a single. It's 92 for 3. End of Ijaz's spell on debut. 1 for 27.
Yeah, Ajaz Patel can be immensely proud of what he's done tonight on debut for New Zealand. 1 for 27 off 4 overs. An outstanding start to his international career. Get some high fives from his teammates. Pakistan 92 for 3 off 14 overs. It's really only Munro's figures. He's only bowled 1 over that look a little bit untidy. The rest of the New Zealand bowlers have been doing a pretty good job. They know what they'll probably need to keep Pakistan to, around about that 140. Certainly try and keep them under 150, and then it's going to obviously take some batting against a superb Pakistan bowling lineup to chase down a total.
Making of a very good contest this. Pakistan 92 for 3, last 6 overs left. They need 60 of the last 6, 10 and over. Still busy picking up those singles.
The Granholm in here to bowl that last over for the 5th bowler for New Zealand. He's sharing those duties with Colin Munro rather tonight.
That's gone up in the air and taken on the full. Another excellent catch. Glenn Phillips, he's a keeper, but boy, lightning fast in the outfield. The stage was set for Asif Ali to hit the ball a mile, but he failed. Courtesy brilliance from New Zealand in the field.
Well, Glenn Phillips has been absolutely outstanding tonight in the field for New Zealand. Colin de Granholm bowling nice and straight, trying to target the stumps. Asif trying to slog it over the deep mid-wicket boundary, but a wonderful piece of fielding there from Glenn Phillips, diving forward. Gets the wicket of Asif Ali. He's gone for 24 off 21 balls. Pakistan now 93 for 4.
Congrats, Daddy is in. Shoaib Malik Papa on the field. Correct. Has gone haywire. That really is off target. But New Zealand electric in the field. Have a look at this great catch. Anticipation and being brave, diving full length. Lovely piece of fielding.
Yeah, wonderful piece of fielding from Glenn Phillips. Tough catch diving forward. He made that look pretty simple. He's been dynamic in the field tonight for New Zealand. Usually a wicket keeper, usually standing behind the stumps with the gloves on. Tonight, roaming the outfield and doing a great job of it.
Reminds me of Brendan McCullum in the field. Same kind of energy and same kind of zest and anticipation. 95 for 4. Pakistan need to get cracking. Shoaib Malik is in. This is it to the fence. This was deliberate. Played the field.
Well, I think we'll see in a minute whether or not it was deliberate. But heck of a way to start your innings. He's had a wonderful 24 hours personally with the arrival of a baby boy. He's jumped on a plane this morning to get over here to Abu Dhabi to play tonight. And straight away, he's into his work. Gets his boundary inside, third man.
Pinch a single. And after 15, it's 101 for the loss of 4 wickets. In fact, there's one more ball left. Pakistan's 100 is raised as well. 36 years of age, 106 matches, over 2,000 T20 runs. Very good numbers. Strike rate is brilliant, 123.17. And after 15, 101 for 4.
Five overs remaining. Pakistan will be looking at 8 and over here. Minimum. Get into that 140s. If they can find 10 and over, they'll feel it's very competitive. Sodi. 2 excellent overs so far. Waqar Younis, 5 to go. What are you thinking?
Well, I think Pakistan will look to get to 145. That will be their target. That will be the thinking at the moment, I feel. But for that, I think they need to really move on.
Nicely played. Should be cut off, it will be.
Well, the New Zealanders have been outstanding in the field today. The catching's been superb. Even the ground fielding has been outstanding. They're throwing themselves around, looking to save each and every run they can.
Yes, Kane, yes, Kane.
And again, skipper.
Come on, lads, here we go, boys, here we go. Come on here, lads, come on, Nish.
Yeah, and that's, and you look at where does their power come from now with Asif Ali gone. And I looked at his dismissal. It's just so typical of the way he can get out. And the issue I have with it, Waqar, is if he stays still and holds his shape, he has got what we call in the business big boy power. He can clear any boundary in the world because he hits the ball so well, but he loses his shape. He gets bent out of shape instead of staying with it. And that's what, when I watch Asif Ali, I think that's what the frustration is for me as a fan and a lover of the game, and I'm sure for Pakistan fans, that's what they feel as well. He looks like he could take any attack apart and clear any boundary, but he just loses his shape.
Well, he's got potential to become a top player, but it's playing on these sluggish pitches, the slow pitches. It's not easy. Sometimes the ball sort of grips gets stuck in the pitch, and you cannot really go through with the shot. The bat sort of swirls in the hand, it twists in the hand, and it becomes a little bit hard to clear the fence. But if you're playing on a really good surface, on a flat surface where the ball comes onto the bat nicely, he'll hit it most of the time. 106 for 4.
Completing the 15 overs, 106 with a lot of power against Pakistan. And that's a President Julie Insurance of 2018. Once again, a warm welcome to all the cricket fans of New Zealand as well as Pakistan. Sit down, ladies and gentlemen.
Strike rate very good for Imad Wasim, Fahim Ashraf next in at 121, and Shadab, who is no slouch with the bat either. And then Hassan Ali, love watching him bat as well. Gives it everything.
Well, Fahim Ashraf have struggled in this last series against Australia. He's faced very few deliveries, but every time he goes in, and the time is to just go and hit the ball, and he has struggled. He's got 2 ducks in the last series, so Pakistani management feels that he's got what it takes to become a good all-rounder.
2 overs left for Tim Southee. He's been very tidy so far tonight, none for 9 off his first couple.
Well, Tim Southee has been a great ambassador of New Zealand over the years. He's played all 3 formats. He's a wonderful bowler, swings the ball with the new one, and then he's got all this tricks, balls, good slow deliveries.
Oh, fine, gone fine enough. Tried to take pace off it. Up inside the circle, Ajaz Patel brings about a boundary and a welcome one.
Well, this hurts the most to the bowler when he bowls such a good delivery and the ball edges away for a 4. And I'm sure Tim Southee's hurting. It's a little bit wide, and he was trying to hit it over the top. He meant to go maybe more toward point, but the edge took it for a boundary toward third man.
Oh, well, that might run away as well. And timed perfectly, but Munro gets around, cuts it off.
You cannot really give room to Sarfraz. He plays all around the park. He hits it through that backward point also very nicely. And then he sweeps also. So you've got to be really straight. You've got to give yourself as a bowler a chance to get him LBW or bowled, because he plays those funny shots from the stumps.
Well, the field's set to bowl a pretty tight middle and leg stump line, I would say, with the third man and the backward point inside the circle. Chance doesn't want to take it. Yeah, on the right-hand side of your screen, Tim Southee's only got 1 man inside the circle. You can see Ish Sodhi there. And the other 3 men are all boundary riding on that leg side. So he's going to have one of those come in and Ish Sodhi go back now. But it dictates that his line should be in at the body. And now it's saying short of a length, in at the body. Chance, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure that Tim Southee's overly confident. I think he dropped the ball and knocked the bails off with his fingers. Didn't even appeal. Good, honest New Zealander.
He missed the ball completely. The ball was nowhere near his hands. Yeah, but a big opportunity gone missing. Watch that. He had enough time. He was just hurrying a little bit to get the ball onto the stumps, rather than just grabbing the ball first, keeping an eye on the ball, and then coming down. He had enough time. Well bowled, very well bowled. Well, the wicketkeeper is screaming for the caught behind appeal. End of the over, 113 for 4.
Completing the 17 overs, 115 for the last 4 wickets. That's Pakistan.
Yeah, it was all, could have been taken a lot slower, couldn't it? Safraz was off, he was gone. No man's land. Southey just had to catch it. Called for it. It wasn't a bad throw. To be honest, he's just knocked it on.
I think he took his eyes off the ball. He thought it's just easy. Sometimes when you take it easy, this is what happens. He had enough time to sort of bring the ball back onto the stumps. Pakistan heavily depending on these two to bat out these last 3 overs and put Pakistan on a decent total.
Has that gone in the gap or not? No, it hasn't. Phillips again with some excellent work out on that boundary. Big over this for both sides. Ish Sodhi looking to finish his spell. Pakistan, they need to find one big over.
And I think this over will be the one. They'll probably eyeing Sodhi. So Sodhi's got to be careful and watch Shoaib Malik's feet. He's going to use his feet. He's going to try to come to the pitch of the ball.
Well bowled. Took the width away from him. Very good 2 years, last 2 years for Shoaib Malik. He started his career back in 2006. And up until 2 years ago, averaging 31.7, strike rate of 123 in T20 cricket. The last 2 years, averaging 50 with a strike rate of 155. So outstanding in the last 2 years for Shoaib Malik. Oh dear, sounded good, is good. It's what they've been looking for.
Yeah, they were eyeing for that. They wanted to get a big hit. They wanted to get going. And a little loose, I would say, just bowling on the leg stump. Safra loves it on the onside. He's trying to spin that ball. And Safra's clearing his front leg and hit it over mid-wicket for 6.
One of the first times Ish Sodhi's given length full enough to get underneath and swing it away on that leg side. He'll be disappointed with himself because he's bowled a nice back of a length, quite tight. There. Straight up or not? Chance. Oh, another good catch. Boy, they've been outstanding in the field. New Zealand. Corey Anderson this time running away to his right. Takes an outstanding catch.
Amazing catching. This New Zealand side in the field, they've been just outstanding. Pulled the length back a little bit and bowled a little wider. And didn't really get the middle of the bat. Well, the ball was traveling quite straight. Look at that Anderson, look at those eyes. He's not taking those eyes off the ball and grabbed it beautifully. Great balance, great grab. 5th wicket gone. 121, Safra's gone for 34.
With all the guys, with all the Kiwis there! We have together with all the Kiwis!
Fahim Ashraf is the new batsman. 21 matches, good strike rate. Average just 10, but when you bat down at 6, 7, 8, it's all about your strike rate in T20 cricket. Not so much about the average. You don't get too many opportunities. You want to make sure that strike rate is nice and high. Ish Sodhi with 2 deliveries left in his spell. 1 for 22. Nice and tight. That catch would have felt great for Corey Anderson too, because one of the things about coming back from injury is just telling yourself it's okay to dive, it's okay to put your body on the line, and it'll still feel all right when you get back up again. It's never easy.
Oh, what a wonderful delivery that was. Yeah, full length dive, keeping an eye on the ball. Fielding's been outstanding.
Push for two here. They should take it. Oh, keeper, there's a chance again for a run out. Oh, direct hit, he's gone. Direct hit, and he is gone. Needless run out. Never interested in two. Bahim Ashraf. And it'll be Shoaib Malik that'll be run out.
Yeah, there was never two. Direct hit. The ball hit the stump before Shoaib Malik looked to dive even. So that's a clear-cut run out. It's a very big wicket at a very good time for the New Zealanders. 122 for 6. That's definitely out. Shoaib Malik gone. Massive wicket. Gone for 8.
So wickets at 121 and 123. Imad Wasim comes to the crease. Just 12 legitimate deliveries left for Pakistan, and it'll be Tim Southee and Adam Milne to bowl them. They'll go with Milne first, and then Southee will finish off. 3 overs, 2 for 18. Adam Milne. Pitched outside. Pitched outside leg.
I think that's a good call by the umpire. Well, Ken Williamson decided to go upstairs and check that. I'm with you, Julie, on that. I think that might have just pitched outside the leg stump. Wickets are tumbling. How close is that? That's going to be crucial. I think it's just landed behind that line, so that's no problem. It all comes down to, I think, where the ball's pitching. That ball's definitely going on to hit the stumps. Cross-seam delivery. Yeah, definitely you can see 3 stumps that did nick. We'll find out soon. But that one definitely, for me, I think it is pitching outside leg stump.
Yeah, crashing into middle and leg, but this is when the system is probably... I know they have to go through the same process all the time, but for this one you could start with the mat and just say, does it pitch in line? No, it doesn't, so everything else is irrelevant. You could have just gone straight to that first up and said, done, let's get on with the game.
Yeah, agree with you. We can save maybe a few seconds. No doubt. Good call by the umpire.
Either that or just listen to us. So one review, it's gone. I wouldn't think that will hinder New Zealand too much.
Yes.
Yeah, good slower delivery. He's bowled well tonight. Adam Milne, he's bowled with good pace, Wakar, and bowled a couple of very nice slower balls as well.
I've always been a big fan of Milne. I think he always excites me. He got the pace. Last time when he came around here, he bowled quick. He's been through all these injuries, and it's good to see him coming back and still generating the pace. Normally, when a quick bowler gets injured, you know, you tend to lose a bit of pace, and then you start thinking about your body or the injury. Always worried about it, but he's strong. He's coming really good.
Oh, another good slow delivery. Yeah, New Zealand have got a couple now with Lockie Ferguson waiting in the wings. The ability with some of these games quite close together, maybe to give Milne 2, give Ferguson 1 of those T20 games, and maybe again with the one-day internationals do a similar thing to make sure they keep them fit and strong.
You think they both can't play together? When looking at this team, they've got enough batting lineup. Enough batting.
Yeah, that's an option. It is an option. Tim Southee will always play in this lineup at the moment without Trent Boult. Oh, given wide, but it was so close.
I think it was there to be hit also, because it was loose, fine, like it's up in the boundary. All he needed was a bit of bat on the ball. Missed out. Fahim Ashraf, who's been struggling.
Finds the gap, but will be cut off. Pick up a couple of comfortable runs. They need boundaries though, Pakistan.
Really impressed with the effort so far from the New Zealanders. They came with the plan. The spinners bowled really well. Even the faster bowlers bowling all those cutters to start off. Even with the new bowlers, Southee was just wonderful. He read the pitch really well. He knew that the cutter is going to be useful. And then on top of that, the fielding. Simply brilliant.
Lovely, and again, we'll say too, Waka, when I watched New Zealand warming up today, and I know they haven't been in international cricket for 7 months, just looking at Tim Southee there on screen, they're looking fit. He's trim, Tim Southee, and looking really fit. I wouldn't know, but I'd imagine that he's probably dropped 3 or 4 kilos and looks extremely fit.
And ready to go. You need all the fitness for this series. It's going to be a long one. 3 test matches and 3 one-days. Seems like that they have come prepared.
Gets it well enough to go all the way. Just backed up another slower ball, did Milne. And this time, he was waiting for it, Fahim Ashraf. 1 over remaining, 134 for 6.
Yeah, he's capable of doing that. He's done it in the past. He struggled a little bit in the near future, but yeah, he's definitely capable. His swing of the bat is really good. Pakistan need a couple of those before the end of this innings. 134 for 6. One more over remaining. Fahim Ashraf hitting a beautiful 6. Is that enough for Pakistan? I'm not sure. 134 now. Pakistan need a big over. They need 14, 15 or maybe more of this over to get to 150 or somewhere nearby.
Yeah, they've been so good, haven't they, defending small totals. And I'm sure they would have been talking 150, 155, but they'll still think that anything above 140 is defendable if they are very good. Good with the ball. As brilliant as New Zealand have been in the field, if Pakistan can replicate that, are every chance.
New Zealand has a more experience, I would say, when you talk about batting, especially with Munro, Williamson, Taylor.
Oh, not enough, yes. He just couldn't quite get those legs going quick enough backwards. It just got a hand to it. It didn't look the best for Ish Sodhi.
I think he mistimed his jump. He was looking to just jump a little bit to grab it. Well, he couldn't even jump. It's just that the timing was wrong, totally wrong. Could have easily caught that. Not impressed the captain.
Oh, lovely, lovely. He was trying not to laugh, Kane Williams. He was trying his best not to have a little giggle at what had just gone on there. Oh, how good tonight. No wickets for Tim Southee, but he's been so good. Just 3 deliveries left. He'd love to keep that boundary count down to exactly where it is now. Pinch one.
Tim Southee's been outstanding once again, bringing all his experience into play. He's bowled 3.4 overs, only 20 runs given, 1 6 and 1 4 has been hit off his bowling. For the rest of the bowls, he's just bowled smartly, bowled those slower ones very intelligently.
Just gets it through the gap, mid off, and cover up inside the circle. So that's the only gap, and pierces it does. Imad.
Yeah, the timing was good. The length delivery, it was just gone before the fielder dives at it. The timing was excellent. Maybe one more boundary.
The last ball now. Tim Southee trying to just change the field here a little bit. Does want deep square leg, so the man out on the leg side boundary coming in to past the umpire and on the other side. So we're looking at wide, perhaps a wide Yorker, a wide slower ball. Wakar, it certainly can't be middle stump, leg stump. It's got to be wide of off.
Yeah, it has to be outside the off stump. He's got 3 men on the onside, right on the boundary. So maybe a short pitch or a slow bouncer.
Well read, very well read. Imad Wasim. Has he done enough? Picked up 10 runs off the last 2 deliveries. Just made that total a little bit better for Pakistan. 148, so New Zealand will need 149. Southee will be disappointed with the finish, but I think all in all, New Zealand will be pretty happy with where they're at.
I think they will be. New Zealand with their effort so far, they fielded well, but look at that. That's a brutal of a shot. 88 meters, went right into the crowd. This last 2 delivery might be a little costly for the New Zealanders. They've been outstanding in the field, they've bowled well, but these 2 deliveries, Pakistan will be happy with that, because they were struggling for a little while, and this last over really give them hope that that's what they were looking for. They were looking for...
Let's have a look at the field. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men in the ring on the offside. Get it to swerve the ball away from the reach of the batsman if you're a left-hander, and just minimum of defense on the leg side. Just 2 men in the ring on the leg side. Very fine, because he bowls at a fast pace, unlike a spinner. Here we go then. Edge, and he's off the mark.
Yeah, he's a clever bowler, isn't he? As a right-handed batsman, you've basically got to play him as a little in-swing bowler. Don't look for turn. Don't worry about the ball turning past the outside edge of your bat. Keep your pads out of the way. Keep those pads on leg stump, down the line of leg stump, and maybe look to try and hit back into that offside. Don't go across the line. I think he's a dangerous bowler to try and hit across the line.
And also don't expose your stumps, because he's extremely accurate. That's well fielded.
Prime example, that last delivery. You think there might be some turn away, but it actually dips back in at you after it pitches.
Yeah, it comes back with the arm. Yeah, look to play with a straight bat. And so if he is the wrecker-in-chief, New Zealand should be well advised not to give wickets to him, because he sets up the shot for Pakistan with the new ball. Oh, going down the leg side, narrowly missing the stumps, but once again, beautifully bowled. He's got so much of control over that angle.
Oh, it's a cracking delivery. I think just the bounce and the angle was the undoing there. So quick as well, and rushes on. It hits the side of the ball and skids on.
That's well played. Down the ground. Easy single. How close was it? Missing the stumps. Started from offside line, off stump line, and gone on to miss the stumps down the leg side. I would have a slip against the left-hander. It's a chip against the spin. Not a bad start, 3 without a wicket.
Completing the first over of the session, New Zealand coming up the 3 runs with the loss of no loss. Yes.
Top of the ladder in regard to highest strike rate in T20s with a minimum 1,000 runs. Glenn Maxwell next in line. Aaron Finch is here. Pereira, Afridi, Watson, some big hitters. Mohammad Nabi of Afghanistan also featuring in that list. Three without a wicket. New Zealand need 146 to win. Slip is in place. It's Fahim Ashraf, who's slippery. On a pitch like this, you've got to give yourself a bit of time to get cracking. It's a slow pitch. It's a brand new bowling attack. Pakistan generally have been on target with the ball, so you've got to respect the conditions and respect the force that Pakistan has become with the ball. So you've got to be clever.
I'll respect that record as well. Economy rate of under 7, 23 wickets in 20 matches, so some very good numbers early on.
Waxhead finds the fielder. Pakistan squeezed Australia in the power play. Picked up 2 wickets in the first T20, 2 in the last, and 6 in the middle contest, the second contest. Just unstoppable with the ball, and were outstanding and fielded brilliantly. Got run-outs, took catches. Complete performance from them against Australia. That fizzes through at pace. He's got a quick arm action and he hits the deck hard.
You love seeing that, don't you? That's climbed. Just decked away a little bit and got big on Munro, where Sarfaraz has taken that.
Nice shape away from the left-hander's off stump. Had covered the stumps. A flick earns him a single. Appears to be a difficult shot to execute, but he seems to be completely at home playing this kind of a shot.
Yeah, it's one of the signature shots of Colin Munro. It's not orthodox. I mean, there's nothing about his cricket that's overly orthodox, but he's So successful. 3 international T20 hundreds, along with Rohit Sharma, who's also got 3 international T20 hundreds. So the record is there for all to see. It's very, very good.
With and gone through the offside. Sweet as, beautifully timed. Over pitching, and Phillips in good position to play that lovely cover drive.
Fast hands. Typical wicket keeper. Good fast hands, Glenn Phillips. Both these players are coming off excellent Caribbean Premier Leagues not so long ago. See that a lot from Phillips. Just limited movement, throw the hands through the ball.
Get him on the pad. So 5 runs from the over. It's 8 without a wicket, New Zealand.
What completing the tour was the no-balls 8 points, New Zealand. What about Pakistan? Jamal. Alright. Dorsero. Shantaro. Biataro.
New Zealand 8 without a wicket. Imad Wasim into his second over.
Good stat. Colin Munro, 132 runs off 69 balls at a strike rate of 191. Never been dismissed in T20 internationals by a left-arm spinner. That's not a commentator's curse waiting to happen. I'm not sure what is.
There's always a first time, and it could be tonight. That's a difficult angle, really, because you're not used to playing this angle from a left-arm spinner. Normally you're looking to drive the ball through the offside and look for a bit of spin. It's none. It's not available at all.
Yeah, and one of the keys to Imad is also where he releases the ball from. He does get mid-crease with his front foot, but his arm comes almost over the top of his head. So the release position is actually inside where his foot is. And so the line is so straight. Very difficult to look to get inside out at all, or even, as we've talked about, hit to the leg side.
The well-placed shot picks up 2. Good running as well. Shoaib Malik is still extremely fit and quick. Couldn't beat them to the throw. Yeah, perpendicular arm comes right over the head. Very straight arm, almost 12 o'clock. That's a bit dangerous, because the ball comes through at a pace off the surface, so you got to be careful when you're exposing the stumps.
I think for the left-hander, I don't mind seeing him trying to hit over the offside. I think that's the option from a left-hander's point of view.
Nothing there, no timing. Hitting the toe of the bat. New Zealand 12 without a wicket after 3.
Quality start, Imad Wasim. I'd love a wicket, but he's keeping the New Zealand batsman in check. Good support in the house for the New Zealanders as well.
The Green Brigade is here. A lot of fielders being changed. Field reset. Masha with a second over.
It's unusual, isn't it? Two bowlers have bowled the first 4 overs. You see that often in T20 cricket. So many times you see bowlers chopped and changed, captains changing different bowlers throughout the first 6 overs in particular, not letting the batsman have a decent look at any one bowler. It's worked so far for Sarfaraz.
Yeah, Pakistan have bowled out teams 30 times, which is a record in T20 internationals. Next best is 19. Big shot will find the fielder. Farhan Sabzada at square leg. It's a very nice mix. So you've got somebody like Fahim Ashraf who is quick off the surface. Then you've got Hassan Ali, who's tremendous help in the middle of the innings. You've got Shadab, who's rated as a leg spinner. Then there's Imad with a left arm option, and there's Shaheen Shah Afridi, who's about 6'5", 6'6", tall left armer. It's a very good spread. That's into the gap. That is such a good shot. It's hand-eye coordinated. And only Munro can pull it off.
Didn't get this at all, I don't think. Colin Munro, you'll see this come off the inside of the bat, I'm sure. The bottom inside of the bat. It just finds a way to get the ball into that area. Yeah, bottom inside of that bat. Still races across the turf for 4. He's powerful.
Down the track, and almost got the shock of his life. Fahim Ashraf just shortening the length. Good thinking.
It was good delivery. Saw him coming, banged it in at those ribs. Did well to get a little bit of bat on it. And you talk about this bowling attack. It's quality, Ramiz, all around. I saw Shaheen here in the Asia Cup. Impressed, very impressed. He's got a lot to work with.
That's gone almost for 6. Sarfaraz let go a cry of anguish. Obviously, he wanted a lot better from Fahim. I think the batsman moved, shifted in the crease, and that got him off his line.
He's got the reason Sarfaraz was so disappointed, I think, is because third man is back on the boundary. Now, when Phillips goes away to the leg side, throw it full and wide. Make him reach for it. Throw it really full and really wide. You've got protection. Yeah, and that's what he's telling him. Never short of a word, is he?
Never.
You know exactly what the situation of the game is with Sarfaraz every time.
That's a regular line and a very good line. After 4:22 without a wicket.
Yes, the leading score was 22 runs to the goal of New Zealand. Yes, passing all the QE. Makes the man of the innings there. That's beautiful. Coming up with another number coming up from T20I, Ricky.
Imad Wasim is on again to Munro, who cracks it down the ground. That's magnificent. 6. Munro there, opening his shoulders and letting Imad know who the boss is. Beautifully hit.
Great option. Really good option. Nod of the head. the back of the commentary box from left-hander James Franklin. That's exactly where he would look to hit him. Long off, extra cover, anything around about that area. With that little bit of swing, little bit of movement away from the left-hander, that is a terrific option. Held his shape well.
Oh. After hitting such a good shot downtown, he's tried to play a cross-batted shot. But this is how he operates. His average against spin is phenomenal. 111 is his average against spin. That's just keeping it nice and tight on that leg stump line.
Well, taking the pace off as well, Rami, so that's really clever bowling. He'll be disappointed with a 6 off the first ball, but he's gone more into the pads and taken the pace off. Against...
That's goodbye and good night as well. That was massive, muscled over long on this time. You don't see this very often when Imad Wasim is bowling with the new ball. Puffing and puffing, is blowing his cheeks.
Yeah, well, again, this time Munro picked the angle. He's just cleared those legs a little bit more, and still, though, hitting straight. Not looking to go cow corner or into that leg side. Deep mid-wicket, I should say.
Wonderful attacking cricket by Munro against Imad Wasim. 2 sixes. And that's forced a thinking cap on him. What is he trying to establish here? Well, the long on comes into mid-on position. Wonderful numbers against spin. Finds the gap. Improvisation this time from Munro. He's not allowing him to settle down. Wonderful counter-attack from the left-hander. It's 38 without a wicket. Yeah, almost a spread eagle and hitting the ball into the gap. Yeah, they're liking this from Munro. Great counter-punching from him.
$16 off that last over. New Zealand well and truly off and running. Left-handers have been the problem for Imad Wasim, and Munro taking the attack to him. Hassan Ali into the attack.
Yeah, good hustle. Munro, she's so good putting bowlers under pressure inside the power play. Here comes one of Pakistan's very gifted new stars in recent times. He'd love that economy to come down a little bit, but he is such a wicket taker, as Pakistan fans know too well. Oh, hello! That is EK714 back to Karachi. Oh.
Have some of that. Nothing wrong with the hitting that Munro has started to do. Air miles. It's gone high, it's gone long, it's gone the distance for sure.
Deep breaths, Sarfraz. Fine leg up. What a start to the 6th over, the final of the power play.
Just about 9-10 deliveries. Colin Munro has just put all the pressure back on Pakistan. A huge hit down the ground. Hassan Ali tries to go full, goes leg side, concedes the boundary. Lots of pointing going around. Sarfraz talking to his bowler, making changes in the field. Pressure on.
Yes, he's so adept at this. He loves to go up and have a good chat with his bowlers, and a couple of senior pros sometimes jump in and offer their worth. Certainly very animated as the Pakistan skipper. All three formats. Not an easy thing to do in the modern game. Hassan Ali hustling in. And hard to stop Munro. The 50 is up now, and certainly that would have been the strategy for the New Zealanders inside the power play. Cut into this total and make it easier in the back end.
Look at those big hits straight down the ground. He's gone long on twice and long off once, so he's hitting down the ground. Slow pitches, way to go.
Oof. Good for nothing.
It was a pretty good shot. Couldn't go far as saying good for nothing, but didn't get any runs.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. He's a good guy. No result though. Oh, there's the result, and there he goes. The celebration, characteristic of Hassan Ali. First one down at 50.
And boy, did Pakistan need that. The slow one this time. Hassan Ali gets a crucial wicket for Pakistan. Back of the hand, slow one, never comes on. The inside edge, onto the stumps. And the opening partnership is over. Courtesy. Back of the hand, slow one from Hassan Ali. Phillips out for 12, 50 for 1, New Zealand.
Just waving to his mum. So we got a little bit of pace off the ball. As per
from New Zealand.
Oh, good stuff. Young Afridi. Shaheen, that is. Tall man, young man. Good man.
4 dots to start off this Hafiz spell. And backed up in the field, full length dive. Nicely done. Brilliant from Hafiz. 5 dots already, just needs to close out this over. And bowling to Colin Munro, who's in hitting form.
That pressure valve. Where does Munro go now? Oh, and he gets an edge, I reckon. He'll keep the strike and ruin the maiden. Yeah, just the single off it. 50, 1 for 1. Just tape it off a little there. That black cap worm. What happens when a wicket is taken? Shut up. Into the attack. Oh, little fumble, gets away with it. Asif Ali. Another young star in the making. Enjoyed watching him in the last 18 months. Very good numbers for one so young.
Important period of play. Spinners will be operating. New Zealand need to just take it over, get those singles underway, get rotation of strike, because this will probably, these 6-7 overs will define the match.
Yeah!
Shadab Khan, you know he's got that bag of tricks. The googly will come into effect. Then we've got Hafiz on the other end, but it's critical that New Zealand just keep this run rate ticking over.
And Williamson with a job to do, clearly, in terms of just giving a strike back to Munro. Which the googly will be the thought process of Colin Munro. Mentioned in that first innings, Baz, about wrist spinners and how they've dominated this format in recent years. And there it is. And just looking to go Google. Away from that outside edge. Fascinating, all the wrist spinners in the modern game, particularly in T20. Yeah, another one. A bold young man.
Yeah, suddenly in the last couple of overs, just a single off of Hafiz is over. Now just 2 runs in this first 5 deliveries from Shadab. Williamson just having a little chat with Munro. Oh, lucky one. Gets the outside edge and it races away to the fence. Welcome boundary for New Zealand. A little bit disappointing for Shadab. 57 for 1 after 8.
Yeah, big bonus this one. Because that pressure valve there was tightening. Fraction too short, that's all it was, just a fraction. Yeah, confirmation. An excited crowd in, not big, certainly making their presence felt. Midweek, had the Aussies here and well, they got eaten alive, really, let's be honest. Now they're hoping that the Kiwis can make a better fist of things in the series now. Back to back, Aussies done and dusted, and now New Zealand here for the last of October and into November and early December. Both these sides have always been pretty good at white ball cricket, so a lot to look forward to in the next couple of weeks.
And right now you're looking forward to Munro batting through the innings for New Zealand, because in the UAE you need 1 big innings to actually chase the score down. Very difficult to come in and start on these type of pitches.
Ooh, ambitious. Another run though.
And this is what Pakistan do. Once the spinners are on, try to squeeze the opposition, get through these overs, rush them. And all of a sudden they're 13, 14 overs down and you're looking up at the scoreboard and you need 9 in over, 10 in over. Then they take the wickets.
Oh, very good boy.
I think Williamson, with all that experience and calm demeanour, happy just to work it around. Thinking of 2, and we'll get it easy. A lot of real estate out there. And then you got Munro, who's striking at 140, 45 from 32. Captain's just got out there. And that's all he needs to do. Dab it around, percentage cricket, get that strike back to Munro as much as he can. 88 from 68 balls required.
Oh,
lovely bowling.
You have to look to turn the strike over, just keep hitting those gaps. It's a big outfield. So there are singles on offer. Even if you hit the gap correctly, you've got ample opportunity to run those 2s as well. And with the spin operating, you need to do just that. But Hafiz doing a great job. Just 4 off that over, 61 for 1 after 9.
Now spin, spin and more spin. The wrist spin of Shadib Khan. Brings the skipper back on. Just been enlightened too that 50-second match for the skipper, Kane Williamson. He's only been dismissed once by wrist spin, by leg spin. Guess who? Shada Freedy. Old Boom Boom has got him out once in this form of the game. That's all. Once to a wrist spinner. But in the last 7 innings, let's be fair too, it played a lot of cricket of late Black Caps. Last 7 innings in this format, only one score of 10 plus. So let's see what Kane's about here tonight. And get a comfortable 2. Backward a point again, so it's just settling in here, it would seem, Bazid Khan.
Almost have to go to old school, have wickets in hand to chase the score down. We need 8.1 right now in last 10. They've still got 9 wickets in hand, 10.3 overs to go. Just build up towards that.
Yeah. It's a little too short with the Google. Oh, he's so gifted, this young fella. Leg break on your left. There's the Google. Just subtle in the wrist, as we all can appreciate and know. Here's the leg spin on the left, yeah, and there's the other one. Just a little. Going about you batters trying to pick it from the hand. Good luck.
Just shows you why leg spinners are so good in the shorter version. You have to pick them and try and hit them. Last ball of the 10th over. And Monroe just gets a single, so a decent over. 66 at the halfway stage.
Last 4 overs and only 16 runs scored by New Zealand. This was expected. Spinners coming on to bowl and just keeping it nice and tight. This is how Pakistan generally bowl in the middle of the innings. That's why there's such a good T20 side. Squeeze the life out of the opposition on such slow pitches. Vary the spin. And he's got options. Hafiz has not been a regular for Pakistan, but tonight he's showing why he's such an integral part of the playing 11. Runs and now bowling superbly.
Yeah, the squeeze is well and truly on here, Ramiz. Pakistan spinners bowled beautifully in the recent series against Australia, and they're just continuing that form on, so it's crucial for New Zealand with Monroe and Williamson here just to keep rotating the strike, put pressure on the outfields, try and turn those ones into twos, and the boundaries will look after themselves.
Yeah, required rate 8.38. That's quite a big deal because Monroe was going at such a rapid pace that it appeared as if Pakistan were ready to throw in the white towel. Two runs at least. 50 for Monroe. It has been one swashbuckling innings. 50 off 38 balls. This is how he bats in limited overs cricket in T20s. He's a Shansha king.
He's just continuing on his fine form in this format of the game. He's been brilliant the last year or two, both internationally and around the world in franchise cricket. And again tonight he's shown how good a player he is at T20. Fantastic 50, but New Zealand need him to go on and bat really deep in this innings.
He didn't throw it away when the scoring rate dipped. He still batted quite intelligently. Let's see whether he can handle himself against the spinners. Exposing the stumps once again, finding the fielder. It's a well set field. Shadab is a gun fielder. Has gone up and over the infield. May just go and hit the fence. Well, that must ease the frustration, because he's getting just a little bit agitated. New Zealand 74 for 1.
Yeah, Colin Munro, he just doesn't have power. He's got innovation as well. Reverse scoop, up and over, backward point. Just using the pace and angle from Hafiz, helping the ball on its way. We see this shot a lot in T20 cricket around the world now. And Colin Munro has certainly got it down pat. Wonderful shot. The boundary off the last ball just takes that bit of pressure that Mohammad Hafiz was creating off the New Zealand batsman with that boundary. 74 for 1.
Batted ball and a misfield earns New Zealand a single. Didn't see due take effect against the Australians in that series against the Australian team, but today I feel that there's a little bit of moisture on the outfield. They're using the hankies, and so in the slot and put away. That's beautiful batting. Is not allowing the bowlers now to settle into the act.
2 in a row from Colin Munro with that reverse scoop shot. Just using that pace and angle again, this time from Shadab Khan. Beautifully executed.
And taken at long on. It's Asif Ali with safe hands. It's a massive breakthrough for Pakistan because Munro was hurting them. Improvised beautifully. He's played a lovely innings here, 58 of 42, and so New Zealand have lost the ace striker.
Huge breakthrough for Pakistan. Shadab Khan, he's been their form spinner for the last year or so. He's stepped up and got this breakthrough. Colin Munro's so dangerous tonight. Just hit back-to-back boundaries. Fancied it again, trying to head over long on for 6. Didn't quite catch it. And got taken nicely down at deep long on. He's gone for 58. New Zealand now 79 for 2.
Colin de Granholm is in, 32 years of age, 20 matches, best of 41. He's called for 2. It's only going to be a single.
Here's a wicket again of Colin Munro. He was looking lethal tonight. Got a nice half century. Previous to this delivery, he'd just scored back-to-back reverse sweep boundaries. He just obviously felt in the mood to keep going with it. Unfortunately for New Zealand, it cost him his wicket. And now it brings Pakistan back into this contest.
Yeah, very well, boy.
He's a very fine leg spinner in T20s, Shadab. Subtle variations, has got a lovely wrong on. Granholm didn't connect it properly, but still earned a couple of runs. So after 12, New Zealand 82 for 2.
Completely 12 was 82 runs with all 2 wickets. That's New Zealand. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as the right back presents July 2019. And once we welcome the Live Cricket Stadium, welcome each and everybody present here.
New Zealand, well, they've had 3 or 4 very good overs, but Munro has been dismissed. Thought Asif bowled Shadab for 58. Single down the ground. Let's catch up with Danny Morrison. What have you got, Danny?
Thank you, gents. Yeah, well, I've got Azam Mahmood, the bowling coach of Pakistan. It's been a couple of years with these guys. How's it all shaping? Are you enjoying it?
I'm loving it. These young guys, you know, they want to learn. They want to execute the plan which we discussed in the meeting. So every time they go in, they give 100%. So that's what you want as a bowling coach.
So they're actually listening to you and adhering to disciplines.
Yeah, actually, they're listening to me and they're learning the game. And, you know, every time they go in, they come back and discuss with me, you know, what went good for them and what went wrong with them. And we work hard in the net sessions.
Some grounds are easier than others around the globe. Here in the UAE, it's quite nice for you to get out and about, which you obviously love interacting and chatting to your charges sideline. That's a big thing.
Yeah, it's a big thing, you know, because a lot of these guys, you know, when they come to the boundary and ask me to come down and have a chat with them while game is on. So in 2020, you know, it's a short format and you have to think on the feet rather than, you know, you rely after 1 hour, I'll do what I need to do it. But I think these guys are learning a lot and I'm quite pleased with them, working with them.
Oh, hello. Let's go back upstairs. There's another one.
Yeah, pressure was being exerted and it's Imad Wasim. The bowling change has worked amongst wickets. His first of the night. A very soft dismissal, trying to work the ball against the spin, and it's Kane Williamson who's been deceived and dismissed.
Well, it's an old phrase in cricket, you put 2 on it, and that's just what Pakistan have done. They've got 2 very quick wickets in the space of the last 9 balls. Imad Wasim, he won 2 man of the matches against Australia last week, and he's got a huge breakthrough for Pakistan. The captain, Kane Williamson, he's come and gone for 11, and now New Zealand 84 for 3.
Ah, look at that. 3 down now, and amazing how close this really is in terms of the comparison where New Zealand were at the same juncture. So Ross Taylor's in, another senior pro replacing the skipper. And, well, it's all falling into place, Azza. That was part of the plan, wasn't it?
Yeah, was it? But I think spinner bowled really well after power play, you know, 34 runs and got 2 massive wickets, Williamson and Munro. And I thought they bowled really well, and now they set the tone for us, you know, to fast bowler to come back and do the job for us again.
Well, I dare say you're backing your boys to win this.
Oh yeah, definitely. We back our boys, and they know how to bowl in this condition. But you know, New Zealand got a quality side. Ross Taylor and Grant Holm is batting, and they are dangerous players. So we have to bowl well to keep them under 148.
Good to talk to you, Hans. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
85 for the loss of 3. Required rate almost 9. Ross Taylor is in. The new batsman is off the mark. Colin de Grandhomme is on 3. So in a run chase situation, you don't want 2 new faces at the crease simultaneously. It's 86 for 3.
Those 2 wickets for Pakistan in the last couple of overs. It's just brought back that worm of New Zealand back to what the Raiders or what Pakistan were doing throughout their innings. 2 huge wickets, Munro and Williamson. 2 fresh faces, as Ramiz has mentioned.
Yeah, the gap has been closed as a result of those 2 strikes by Pakistan. Kane Williamson, the skipper, dismissed for 11. And Munro, the guy who led the onslaught, was dismissed as well. Shaheen Shafridi coming on to bowl. Gets it over the infielder at mid-wicket, and the running is decent. It really is very good. Sarfraz is not happy at all. Wanted more out of that throw and out of that fielder.
Yeah, superb running by the Kiwi duo. It's a massive ground here at Abu Dhabi, so if you can hit the gaps, if you can make those outfielders have to run 15, 20 metres for the ball, you can really put pressure on them and turn those 1s into 2s. It's going to be so crucial for New Zealand in this back end to run hard and run well.
On the pads once again, flicked for a run. Required rate now exactly 9.
Yeah, New Zealand need to make sure that they just keep it at around about that for the rest of their innings. They don't want it to get up to 10s or 11s, because then the task becomes pretty tricky on this sort of surface, on the size of this ground, being able to hit those boundaries when you need them. So they can keep that run rate around 9, maybe out to 10, and then within a great chance of winning this game.
I think Sarfraz will use a bit of pace in this little period before he reintroduces these spinners. Hafiz was bowling well, but he was taken off. Imad Wasim brought back, and he picked up a wicket, and now it seemed from the far end. Probably get Hassan Ali to bowl a couple of overs as well.
Yeah, well, he's got 1 more over from Shadab Khan, and that's going to be crucial when he uses that 1 over.
Round the stumps, change of angle. He's tall, he'll get the ball to bounce. He's slippery as well. He's got a fair bit of pace and change of pace as well.
Yeah, I like the look of him. Obviously, it's quite late in the game or the innings for him to come in for his first over, but he's certainly got some nice attributes. Pakistan, in their recent history, they seem to have a production line of these left-arm quicks coming through, so it's wonderful to see as a fellow left-armer.
Direct hit and gone! Bullseye from Pakistan. It's Shadab. He's a gun fielder, and it worked. Him fielding at point and hitting the timber, and it's all over for Ross Taylor.
Well, it's been well documented, the improvement in Pakistan's fielding in recent times. They seem to be getting a run out every single game of T20 they're playing at the moment. And here's another occasion where a direct hit causes maximum damage for New Zealand. An unneeded run out. Unfortunately, New Zealand at the moment, they're just losing wickets too fast and too regularly. De Grandhomme's gone for 6. New Zealand now 89 for 4.
Colin Granum was run out, and it's Corey Anderson at the crease. Best of 94, strike rate of almost 140. Bit like Munro when he gets cracking.
Yeah, New Zealand seem to be cruising it a little bit as of about 2.5 overs ago, but Pakistan have just picked up 3 quick wickets and an unnecessary run out here for New Zealand. Great piece of fielding though, direct hit. But I'm sure the New Zealand camp will be very disappointed with that. All of a sudden, Pakistan are well and truly controlling this game. It's going to take something special from one of these two at the crease, Taylor or Anderson, to get New Zealand home.
Another chance. Oh, shy the stumps. Good over for Pakistan. Picked up a wicket, 91 for 4. Yeah, losing wickets is making New Zealand's work that much more difficult. In a run chase situation, you need partnerships. And one is required right now by New Zealand. 58 of 36 balls. Bit of Hassan Ali now for Pakistan. Required run rate almost 10, 9.67. Here he comes. That's well placed. Didn't have any power on that shot. It was just about placement and not hitting the ball too hard.
Yeah, brilliant from Ross Taylor. Knew that the fielders were deep in the boundary, or just off the boundary rather, out at deep square leg. He just weighted the ball beautifully past the 30-yard circle and was able to convert that one into a hustling 2. Run rate now getting up towards 10, so New Zealand are going to have some batting to do here.
He's very nippy, Hassan Ali. Short-statured, but he gets the ball through at pace. And then he's got variations as well. The off-cutter, the slow bouncer. Been a massive success over the years for Pakistan in the limited overs cricket.
Yeah, he's been brilliant. For me, it's his nous on when to use his variations, which is brilliant. Got great slow balls. He's got an ability to bowl a fantastic Yorker. And his record again over the last year or two in limited overs cricket has been outstanding. One of the premier white ball bowlers in the world.
A little tough getting going straight away, and that's why partnerships are so critical. If you bat it well at the top of the order, you've got to finish the game, finish the job.
Yeah, the problem is though for New Zealand here is that every time they don't get a run off with a delivery, that run rate just keeps creeping north. Sure, Corey Anderson has got a lot of power, but he's got to make sure that he keeps getting himself off strike and rotating it.
There was the slow ball, the off-cutter. That's good thinking, because there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and he could sense it and bowl that lovely off-cutter.
Yeah, he's just ahead of the batsman at the moment, Hassan Ali, with a great start to his over. He knew with the delivery before being a dot ball, there was every chance that Corey Anderson was going to try and chase that delivery. They put him off with that lovely off-cutter slow ball into the wicket.
That's good bowling. No width whatsoever to work with. nothing on the off stump to smash the ball down the ground or through the cover area. News is tightening around the New Zealand. That required rate is now almost touching 10.5. The other good thing about this bowling unit is that they don't get panic attacks. When somebody is hitting, they'll respect that, come up with a new plan, and invariably it works. Another slow ball to end the over. Excellent over from Hassan Ali, New Zealand, 96 for 4. Required rate is 10.60. After 15 overs, Pakistan slightly ahead. 101 plays 96 New Zealand.
Last 5 overs, Pakistan just slightly ahead, nothing in it. Well, it's really only 1 stroke, isn't it? A maximum. It's pretty much all locked up in terms of 4 down. And Ross Taylor, with all his experience, get the Black Caps over the line and take it to a 1-0 lead in this best of 3 series. It's in the air, and Shadab is going to hustle here. So we've got Anderson, who's such a wonderful striker of the cricket ball in the white ball format, and in particular T20. So you've got the left-hand, right-hand combo for the Black Caps. And they'll want to start getting their act together shortly, because at asking rate, Waqar Younis is almost at 11s.
Well, they can't afford to lose any more wicket, that's for sure. Yes, the run rate is up there near 11, but they have to make sure that losing wickets here is going to put them into more trouble. But they have to push on now. Well, over the years, we have seen this pitch slows down as the game goes deep. And this one especially, because Pakistan have already played on this surface before against Australia. That's why you saw more cracks. It's very dry. It's not easy once the ball gets old. Comfortable 2 there for Anderson. They need big hit. They definitely need to move on now.
Well, the burly lefty from Canterbury, so is the batting coach, Craig McMillan, former Cantab. Beautiful mainland of New Zealand, the South Island that is. Christchurch, home city, the Garden City in New Zealand. You liked it there, Waqar? 3 figures now for the visitors. So you've got Anderson, who's so powerful, and some unique areas that he strikes the ball to. And of course, Ross Taylor, who's in the twilight of his career, but would dearly love to be not out here and get New Zealand over the line, kickstart the series.
Oh, see the difference between the 250s. First 50 came in 34 deliveries when the ball was a little hard, new. And once the ball gets old, it gets very soft, and it's also a little greasy out there, a little bit damp. The dew is coming down a little bit, not much. It's not really troubling the fielders or the bowlers. What happened there? The feeling in his hamstring. Has he done his hamstring? I didn't see that happen though. But he's definitely tight. He's limping. That's not good news. He's staying on, that's for sure.
He's had a history, isn't he? A super athlete, but, has had some issues with hammies. Just picking it up. Yeah, it'll bend down, and you say when you've got back issues or you're trying to bowl quick and you ask for problems when you're a little bit stiff, just a little bit off as a quick bowler. Oh, here's another brace. Ends the over. It is 103 for 4. Some of the lowest targets successfully defended by the green machine. So you go through the years. These are recent, of course. Yeah, 147 against the Aussies very, very recently here, earlier this month, in fact. So they do love a challenge to the Pakistanis in this fabulous format. Here's Hassan Ali. Swatted back by Taylor, but I'm just interested to see how Hassan Ali pulls up here. He's certainly clutching at his hamstring in the previous over with his fielding.
Yeah, he looks all right. The first delivery he bowled, he ran in quite comfortably. He felt a little twitch. I think it was on his left hamstring, but he looks all right. Pakistan will be needing his couple of overs here.
1 for 19 so far. Again, good commitment in the field. Both sides here tonight showing their wares.
Yeah, we've seen some quality when you talk about fielding. Both sides, they've been outstanding. This is wonderfully done by Shadab.
Ah, Waka, those were the days. Bit of youth on your side.
This is a young team, Pakistan.
Oh, just over Shadab. Oh, some good stuff. Very good. Is that Farhan down there? Well done, young man.
Great effort. Great stop. The umpire might want to have a look at it because he let the ball go as he was just getting close to the boundary. It's crucial sometime when you're holding the ball and your foot touches the skirting. He's done well. He's done very well. He was smart. He let the ball go as you thought that he might just hit the skirting. Good job, young man.
Oh, 3 twos in a row in this over. Taylor is looking to wind up here. Asking rate now for the New Zealanders is almost at 12s. Only 20 deliveries left in game 1 here. And the men in black and grey need 39 from those 20. Taylor, he's had 13 for his 15. Time for Corey Anderson to light up Abu Dhabi if he can.
Well, the fielders are right on the boundary, so there are a lot of twos available, and that's what New Zealanders are doing really well. That running between the wicket is excellent. I don't think Sarfraz and his team will mind New Zealanders taking singles every delivery. They're happy with that.
How about that bar called Nelson's? 1-1-1 for 4 now. Here in Abu Dhabi. course, that's up in Dubai. We're here in Abu Dhabi. Yeah, watch that number. Ooh. And direct hit, and it was all over, I reckon. Wanted to strike. 1-1-2 now for 4. Tourists are trying to track down 149 in their 20. They've got 3 overs left, and that asking rate has indeed breached 12. It's 12.3. As we all can appreciate, cricket lovers, in this modern game, very gettable. And you've got 2 men like Taylor and Anderson at the crease.
Well, Sarfraz has given the responsibility to a young fellow, Shaheen Shah Afridi, to bowl the 18th over, the crucial over. It's a great learning curve for a young man. But it's also a lot of pressure. He's handled the pressure in the past very well. Got a smile on his face. He's enjoying it. He's only 18. 37 of 18 deliveries.
Yeah, Shaheen Afridi, you saw him in the Under-19 Cricket World Cup down under in dear old New Zealand. Very impressive young fellow. Was a real standout. Pace at his age against his peers, obvious. He's going to have to reload this one though. Luckily, didn't go away for 4 wides. How you going, Skip? Good work, son.
Nicely taken. Cross-seam delivery. Yeah, well done, skipper. But what he was trying to do afterward, hard to get.
Oh, there's that favourite little shot. Oh, he didn't quite get all of it, did Taylor, so he gets a single. But that length, you've got to watch that as a bowler. That is that lovely little pick-me-up length and make it disappear.
Well, that's his trademark shot, isn't it? Anything outside the off stump, he just walks across, get to your zone and try to get to the pitch and then play that slog sweep. He's really good at it.
Wonderful on the big screen. The comparison is neck and neck after 17.1. He's a dead heat. So back to left arm over. I think it's going down. I reckon it is. Well, you've got to review. He's going straight away. Skipper's gone up and asked for it. Reckon it's a bit leg side as well. What do you reckon?
I think it's closer than that. I think it's tighter. It might be just hitting the stump. I'm not sure if he's hitting the stumps at flash. Slow delivery. No ball, that's for sure. He's behind the line. That's a good habit. Anderson was looking to go over mid-wicket. He just hit the back leg. Might be just going over the top, or maybe just clipping the bails. There's nowhere near the bat, that's for sure.
You're willing it on, Wuck. You're willing it on, old boy, aren't you? I reckon it's just a bit higher, don't you? Just the impact when it hits there. Certainly no edge.
But the ball doesn't really have to travel that much. He's well back in his crease. He's a little bit bent. Yeah, I still feel that he might be just missing or clipping the stumps. Umpire's call, so it's just hitting the leg stump, so that'll be not out. The on-field decision stays. It's been given not out.
Yeah, said it hit a good chunk of leg stump, didn't it? Thank you, Hawkeye. And we move on, and you don't lose your review. Get a leg by. Importantly, for the New Zealanders' point of view, get an extra there. So it has got Ross Taylor back on strike, and so Shaheen Afridi is going to come left arm around. He wants to get his length right here. Thinking of two. Got to go. Tight. Going to come upstairs. Yeah, have to.
I don't think it's a direct hit. It just reflected off Shaheen Shah's hand. We are going to go upstairs and see if the batsman is short or not. Everyone's moving back to their marks. As well in. No issues, no problem. No, his ball even not hitting the stumps, is the hands. So that's a clear-cut decision.
N-O spells no. Q. He got a good chunk of this. He certainly did. Much needed for the New Zealanders.
Yeah, how badly they needed that boundary, because just the runs were just becoming a bit too much for them. This will ease a little bit of pressure. Typical of Ross Taylor, hitting through the mid-wicket. Run rate required is 12, 28 of 14 now.
Two to go in the 18th. And we'll big inside edge. But still, gotta hustle. No! Good calling in from Taylor. Wouldn't have got back. So you look at it so far. 10 off with 1 to go. Because of the wide, the very first delivery. It seems a long over this, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's very hard to hit that mid-wicket stroke, especially when a left armer, such a tall left armer, coming around the wicket and making that angle into you. And he's bowling very smartly. He's bowling a lot fuller. He's not allowing Ross Taylor to get under it.
Last one. Oh, he couldn't get hold of it. Fuller one below the waist. It'll be all right. He'll keep the strike, Corey Anderson. 1, 2, 3, before.
It's out.
Ooh, tight. It's tight here in Abu Dhabi. Two overs to go and 13 each. Really love this to go for 10 or 12. And gone! Down the throw, didn't get enough on it. Corey Anderson is caught in the deep by Shoaib Malik. And there's the 5th one now.
Well, this wicket will do world of good to Pakistan. He was deep in his crease. Couldn't really get the length right. Wanted to get under it. Couldn't control the stroke. Hit it up in the air. It was in the air for a long time. Shoaib Malik has been outstanding when it comes to high catches. He took a couple of really good catches in the last series and taking another one. Happy man. New Zealand struggling now. Corey Anderson gone for 9. It's 123 for 5.
Happy hometown fans, that is for sure. Is Tim Seifert. He is a very gifted player, I believe, in terms of improvising and getting the ball into tricky little zones. So let's see if he can do it, this youngster. Taylor, though, on strike. Oh, take a little top edge and be happy. Taylor's found a boundary.
It wasn't a bad delivery. Slow bouncer. Just the edge. No control over that shot, but New Zealand will take it. They need every run. They don't mind how they come.
Another Knight that goes straight to the keeper. Just steps across and boom, takes it in his left mitt. On this occasion, it goes for 4. Slower ball. Roscoe's pumped it. Shut up. Does well.
Well, it's up to Ross Taylor now, because if he stays there, I feel that it's very balanced, this game. That's the wicket. Corey Anderson, Shoaib Malik making no mistake at all. Gulped it nicely. But Ross Taylor's wicket is crucial. Pakistan would love to see his back.
And Taylor again. Got to keep hustling. The dive out. Young Seifert doing the right thing. Much strike as possible to Ross Taylor.
Yeah, running has been really good from the New Zealanders. It's a big field, and that's the way to do it. Just keep running and put the fielders under pressure.
Just noticed Timmy Seifert there, a little slow to maybe get going and think, yeah, there was a second one. Yeah, might not be quite as warmed up and as ripping as he should be. Well bowled, trying to get it in the hole, and it's only a single. So we've had a wicket, 9 runs, 1 to go in the 19th, and it's 17 still off 7. Seifert, the new man for his first one.
They need boundary now, Danny, because what, 17 required of 7. They don't want to leave with too many. They want to leave maybe 13 or 14 max in the last over. So at least double or a boundary.
Did you say maximum?
It would be nice if they get maximum here. If they get 6 here, but it's a crucial delivery.
Oh, there it is! And there's the celebration. Hassan Ali has done the trick.
Well, it makes a massive difference when you have a bowler like Hassan Ali, who's a wicket-taking bowler. Bowls nice and stressed, maybe a little bit of reverse swing, but lot fuller. Ball coming in. New Zealand needed boundary. You can't really blame the youngster, because the delivery was too good for him. That was his first delivery he faced. Hassan Ali has been outstanding once again for Pakistan. 132 for 6.
Another old stalwart comes out of the centre. Yeah, tall figure of Tim Southey. 29 and fine. And he too is playing his 52nd match, like the skipper, Kane Williamson. It's a good strike rate, but often comes in right at the tail end of an innings, as you'd expect. batting down in the engine room, but very handy at 8, without a doubt. He's at the non-striking end, and it is up to Ross Taylor. 33 from 22. Left arm round, Shaheen Afridi. Oh, and only one. Well bowled in this final over. So 16 from 5 required.
Well, Sarfaraz really trust Shaheen. This is the delivery which got Pakistan a wicket. You miss, I hit. Keep it simple.
Yeah, I sort of remember you doing that. That's a beauty. Oh, it could run away. Will it run away? Not quite, will it? Ah, yes, is it? Going to come upstairs, but I reckon a bit of the body touching. Oh, just have a little look upstairs.
Yeah. It was a great effort from the fielder, but I have a feeling that the ball was touching his body when he was, yes, there maybe. Just there. Not really sure from this angle, but definitely ball has crossed that line where the skirting was. So I have a feeling that even if it's not touching the body, this ball is going to go across that line. Difficult one. Very difficult one for the third umpire. Great work from the two youngsters. This might be the difference.
That's the best angle too, I reckon. And yep. Hassan Ali, that is. Come on, Chief. Yeah, it's full. Yeah, we knew it was full, right? Another one for the stats gurus. The Kiwis have never got 17 off a final over to win a match. Their best is 15 against Zimbabwe. So this would be new territory in terms of getting over the line if they can. So Southey, with a nice little French cut before, needs something else here. I'll have a look at that. I don't know if it was. I was thinking about a no ball to waist high. I think Southey was thinking that. New coach Gary Stead versus Mickey Arthur of Pakistan. Tension levels 11 off 3 here.
Well, both these batsmen looking at the leg umpire wanted that ball to be called no ball, but I think it was just below the waist height.
Again, well bowled. Have to hustle for 2 though. It is very good bowling in search of Yorkers, with left arm quicks coming left arm around to right-handed batters. Well, 9 to do with this disappearing for a maximum Waka Yunus.
Well, it has to go because they cannot really win from here with running between the wicket. They have to really go for a big one now.
Well, your favourite, 2 boundaries to tie it all up.
Let's do that. It's 11:15 here. Why not?
Is there a champagne supernova? Mazzy, tell us. There is. Confirmation, if it's a tie, there will be a super over. Okay. What we've been told. So, see if this disappears for 4 or 6. Going full. Well bowled. Afridi. Now, another night you'd back Taylor to pop that away. Just maybe looking a little lethargic. Taylor, he's run a lot of 2s, quite a few singles as well. Maximum for that time.
Well, I'm really impressed with Shaheen Afridi. He's responding really well in a difficult situations. He's bowling beautifully. He's bowled those low full tosses. He bowled those good Yorkers. Gone around the wicket. He's only 18. Don't forget. A big pressure for him. A big pressure on the spectators. Here we go.
looking for their 7th victory in a row here. Pakistan. Yeah, and they've got it. They've won 7 in a row. Have the green machine. High fives and big smiles all round for the home side. They have got up by just a couple of runs here in Abu Dhabi in match 1. So 1-0 to the home side. Valiant effort from Ross Taylor, 42 from 26, but he ran 9 twos in that innings, so he's looking like, just ran out a little bit of puff. And losing Anderson when they did was certainly a big moment in this match.
Well, this Pakistan team is becoming a real force in this world, the #1 team in the world, and this man, Mickey Arthur, will be really proud of them. They won 3-0 against Australia, and they started with a victory against the Kiwis. 148 was the target, and New Zealand couldn't get it.